another episode of Chasing Mysteries Gardens. I'm Rebecca, and along with my wife and our dog Apollo apparently today, we are on a mission to renovate and rejuvenate our little piece of earth. Today we're going to take you on our early July garden tour. We're going to go all around the yard. We've made some changes. Everything has grown so big since the last time you saw it. So we're going to do that today on this beautiful, sunny, no clouds in the sky day. So let's start the adventure. We're going to begin where we always begin, over here on the right-hand side of the property in this first garden. We have not done much to this garden this year. We planted some sunflowers and we just realized that the sprouts that had come up have disappeared, so we don't know if the deer got them or squirrels or what. So beautiful pot and the pad. This is the garbage garden, and we have started to work here. Karen has cleaned out about half of it. You can see, try to get the whole thing. So you can see the line where she stopped. The reason why we did this was because we transplanted this Rose of Sharon, which used to be in a different area of the yard, but it was never doing very well back there. I think it was because it got too much water. It stood in water all the time. So we transplanted it over here to see if maybe a little bit shadier, a little bit drier earth will help it grow better. We have beautiful daylilies. Karen found some rocks in there that we didn't know were in there. Beautiful ferns. Right here, we kind of fixed this up, created a little waterfall area for the drain pipe that's on the roof of the house. And then it comes down and out the side here. So it's just a little fix for the drainage. All right, let's start the gardens. This is a green pepper plant, which doesn't look to be doing too well. I did fertilize everything yesterday with some fish emulsion, and we'll see how that goes. It's kind of late in the growing season, but you never know. There was one fruit on it. I took that off, so hopefully it picks up. This is another butternut squash that I got ambitious and bought from the store. It's beautiful, but I have no garden space for it, so I don't know what we're going to do with it. Here we have our bean trellises, and they're growing up nicely. And then these are our onions, so I cut the tops off. You can double your harvest or triple sometimes, if you cut the tops off, and then the energy kind of goes down into the bulb. And then these grow back. I don't know if ours are going to grow back. I feel like these onions aren't doing as well as they could, but we shall see. If nothing else, the marigolds are doing fantastic. So this is a bush-style acorn squash, and it's doing pretty well. It is showing some signs of powdery mildew, and I am going to treat today for that on all of our plants. This is an acorn squash, which I thought was going to die, but it's actually doing fantastic. It's climbing up this trellis. And then on the other side is a cucumber. On this side of the garden, we have cucumbers, and if you look inside there, there's actually one that is ready to be picked. Lots of flowers, growing tall on the vines, the trellises that we've got. And for a lot of these, I've gone and pollinated, helped the pollination process. So I've taken a brush and I went inside here. I took the brush into a bunch of different male flowers, and then I went and I found the female flowers, and I just put the brush inside and helped pollinate. Oh, we do have some pollinators in there. Oh, it flew away. Here is our kohlrabi, and it's growing nicely. You can see the bulbs in there, a little bit dark. So these plants did get some, you can see the holes. They did get some cabbage worms. Oh, there's the teeniest tiny one right there. I'm gonna go ahead and squash that one. So there are these white white butterflies that fly around the yard, and they lay their eggs on things like kohlrabi, kale, broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, and then on the backs of the leaves, the little worms will hatch, and then they will just eat all the leaves. So that is what all these holes are in the plants. I have treated that, and it's doing better, and other than the couple tiny ones that I find sporadically, there really hasn't been massive damage to the plants themselves, which is good. Down in here, that is a cantaloupe plant that is not doing too well. It's shaded, really shaded by this kohlrabi, and it's got powdery mildew, and you can just tell it's not very, it's very yellow. So I don't know if we'll keep that. We'll leave it. I was going to try to have it grow up the trellis here, but it just hasn't grown much since we got it. In this red trellis is our tomato, and this is a celebrity tomato. We've got 4 big ones right there, a couple blossoms up here at the top. It's growing nicely. And then I have to step back for this. This trellis here are our pole beans, and they have been attacked recently by, oh, there's some right there. Let's see. Get a close-up on those Japanese beetles. So they aren't too bad. I find maybe 2 or 3 on the leaves every time I come out here. It's probably the same 2 or 3. I knock them off and then they fly away and they come back. So the first time I saw them, I just came out and I hand picked them out off, and I put them in a mixture of soap and water, and it drowned them. And this is the damage that they can do to the leaves. They just eat the leaves. Right now, the plants do not have any flowers that I can tell. And then down here at the base, I am getting some yellow leaves, leaf damage. And I haven't figured out what this is. I don't know if it's a virus that's just going to kill the plants, but I pull these off as much as I can. If it's a virus, there's nothing I can do. So I'm just I did treat it with, I fertilized it again with fish emulsion, and I'm going to prune the leaves up to about 6 inches from the bottom. I'll take off all those leaves, and there was something else I was going to do. I can't remember. This is me today. And those ones that I knocked off are back. So I need to get out here with some more water and just hand pick those all off. So this plant, this is Sherry, the zucchini squash. And we got it and it looked good, and then it completely died away, but we left it in the pot, and now it is back and growing great. There's female, there's female flowers on it with some fruits. And what I might do is get some pollen from, I don't see any male flowers. Oh, that's a male flower, but it's not open yet. I'll probably hand pollinate these as soon as they open, so that there'll be 2, because there's one right here and then one right here. Get 2 off of there, so that's nice. Oh, let's go ahead and pick that one. So here, while we're here, if you can see, the way you pick it is you just put your thumb here on the stem and just push, and it comes right off. Yay! My first cucumber! This is a, sorry. This is a Roma tomato, and again, not doing too well. I did fertilize. I just got the fish emulsion yesterday, so I did fertilize last night, and hopefully that will help perk this up, get some more leaves and branches, and maybe some more flowers. So I'll come along this side of the trellis, and you can just see, at least I can, you can see all of the flowers that are in there growing. Look at all the flowers, the little cucumbers. There's some more babies in there. Oh, there's a pollinator right there. The beans over on this side are growing way beyond the height of the trellises we have for them, so I don't know. They're kind of tying themselves together. If they could keep going up, they would. I'll probably maybe wrap them. So. Asparagus. I noticed another asparagus plant yesterday, but it's already gone to kind of flower, so I left it. Potatoes. I'm not sure about these potatoes. They're all starting to turn yellow, which is fine. The branches are supposed to turn yellow, but it's too soon. These potatoes are 110 days and it's only been like 60, so I don't know if insects got in there into the roots or what. So, and then our zucchini plant was doing so well, and now it's turning yellow, and some of the plants have got, well, bird droppings. Some of the plants, especially like this one over here, has got really bad powdery mildew. So I definitely need to get out here, trim back some of these leaves that are just horrible, and then treat. I did buy some copper fungicide, so I'm gonna try that. I don't know if you can see. So we had one zucchini that was growing here, and the flower fell off, and then it died. And then inside there, I don't know if you can see it, there's one that's doing pretty good. So we'll leave that. There's another one in there. I don't know. You probably can't see it. So we've got 2 so far. There's still a ton. All of these flowers that you see, all the yellow flowers, those are all male flowers still. Oh, there's one. Boop. So we've got very good male flowers, but no female flowers. The smoke bush, or tree at this point, has bloomed, and it just looks like feathers. So these get tiny little seeds on the ends, and then the seeds fall off, and those have already fallen off onto the ground. And eventually all of these poofs that you see will fall off, and our yard will look like it's filled with all kinds of tumbleweeds. Karen took some ferns and some of this columbine out of the garbage garden. Put it in here for now. Then over here is the herb garden. There's still some dill that I have let go to flower. It's so pretty. It smells so delicious. And you can also see I added parsley down there and basil in the back. Things are still digging in our gardens, and it's so annoying. I got this plant in April for my birthday, and it is still going so beautifully. So let's see, in this birdhouse, I don't see anything at the moment. There was little baby birds. Tall grass is getting taller. Lilacs. Some more onions that I cut. These are just ones that have stayed small. This is the loganberry, and we've got one flower so far. And then this was the raspberry, but I think it's gone. Whatever. Yep. It's dead. Oh. No. Actually, I'll have to take a closer look, because if you look closely, probably can't see. There's this little stem. There's another one. Okay, we'll put that back in there. See how it does. Karen had leftover gladiola bulbs, so she planted them in this pot. The roses have come and gone. The hostas are blooming. Look at how unique that is. Clematis has come and gone. The butterfly bush is doing nicely. Look at that, it's so pretty. So the spiders have really fallen in love with these. You can see all of the webbing. We've just left it. We did put a hummingbird feeder right by the hummingbird bush, so we'll see if that works. Got some sunflowers, and then our sriracha is doing pretty good. We've got 3 big ones and then 2 more little ones growing. There are more flowers starting here, and then our little, I think that was jalapeno. Can't remember now. And oh, yep, it is jalapeno. I see the tag. So there's a lot more flowers on this. Here, over here. So I'm hopeful that those will pick up. I fertilized those as well with the fish emulsion, and I am hoping that those pick up as well. I find it amazing how hostas, like the greenery can look the same, but the flowers all look different. Very pretty. So Karen planted, oh my gosh, she planted gladiolas along the edge of the house. And then these are the pots. And these flowers are doing pretty well. More gladiolas in the back. And this is one of my all-time favorite flowers. I just love the colors. Clematis. There's a couple new ones gonna bloom right in there, but oh, and up at the top there's a couple new ones, but I think it's pretty much done. Got our spinny wind things from the 4th of July. Look at how pretty that is. Karen spray painted my puff blossom a light blue for the 4th of July. Here we are at the front garden with even more hostas right there in the front. And I actually see a ton of pollinators, bees. I need them to go into the backyard and pollinate the vegetables. All you can see is my shadow. It's very sunny. I love these little flowers. They're so unique. So the daisies over there on their way out, but then we have these yellow daisies on their way in. This is a different kind of hosta, and they look like little stars. And every year up here at the mailbox we plant snapdragons because they seem to be the only thing that will grow around the mailbox. It's really rocky and you get to the asphalt pretty quick in this area. It's gravelly, and so the dirt is really shallow. And they're just in full bloom right now. And they all turned out pink this year. Another one of Karen's prize pots. spots. Let's go see what she's doing. Would you like to tell us how much you enjoy cleaning out this garbage garden?
Well, there's worse jobs in the world. And I'm out in the sun, so it's not too bad. It's just a lot of garbage in here that I need to pull out, as you can see.
Hence the garbage garden.
Yes.
And we keep the garbage can right next to it.
Not on purpose. It'll look nice when I'm done. This part looks very nice. I gotta lay down some weed mat this time and hopefully it won't return
Hopefully.
to what it looks like now.
Fingers crossed.
Yes.
All right, have fun.
Thanks.
Here's the raspberry, and I actually need to come out here and grab them. Some have actually fallen off. Whoop. Oh my gosh. I see some more red ones in there. So I'm trying to, if I can not eat them first, saving them to make jam. And then I can say I made a batch of jam grown from my raspberries. Dee Dee's garden is doing good. So the things on this middle shelf aren't doing so good. The basil keeps wanting to go to seeds, so I keep picking those off. The leaves are all yellow. I don't know if it gets enough sun. Whoops, I don't know if it gets enough sun here on the middle shelf. And then the spearmint, again, these are meant to grow tall and bushy, and I have them in pots that are kind of hindering that. So I'm probably going to move them. Again, there's oregano back there I need to pick and dry. Some of these beautiful flowers. I should be adding these leaves to my salads. We're here. Blueberries, but they're not quite blue. I'm not going to get a lot this year. They didn't do very well in the flowering department. So this lettuce was kind of a failure. It looks like it's growing well, but when we eat it, it's bitter. And it has been bitter ever since it started to sprout. So I don't know if it was the ground, the soil that I used. I don't know if I planted too close together. Yeah, that's just bitter and not very nice. And then here I planted some flowers. And again on this side, more lettuce that I need to pull out, and then some more flowers. So this looks like the same thing that's over in Dee Dee's garden, actually. Thanks for joining me for July's garden tour of Chasing Mysteries Gardens. We picked 2 cucumbers, we found raspberries, we found a not so good blackberry, we found all kinds of flowers, and we found some bugs. So we're going to take care of our garden today and keep it growing for the rest of the summer. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and also hit the subscribe button for more. And as always, Suki Suki. Love the earth, love yourself, love each other. Until next time.